Hey, welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And this is for the week of July 17th, 2017. If you missed my replay, I'm from Heartache to Joy, Advanced Healing for Indigos, Earth Angels, Hybrids, Walk-ins, Empaths, Starseeds. You can still listen to the replay this weekend coming up and get a download of my two free gifts. The one, the Clearing and Protection Spray Formula, and the second, the Addictions Be Gone, which is only available during the week of my replays, unless, of course, you've already bought my Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program package, Package B, which includes the Addictions Be Gone Elixir, the Divine Muscle Testing Elixir, the Mood Miracle Elixir, and the Pain Erasure Elixir. These are all elixirs you can make and then actually drink to help your body shift. And what's speaking of shift, the last few days has been somewhat intense for a few people. Now, last 2 weeks, we talked about these planetary so-called convergences, which whatever that means in astrological terms, I have no idea. I'm not an astrologer, but that's the word I was, given to use to describe it. So there was a lot of neck pain, a lot of migraines, and then that started settling out, especially for those of us that, are really into our tools to be able to ground this energy and upkeep our boundaries. Now, one thing to clarify is that as we do rapid ascensions and expansions, it seems that the boundaries and firewalls that we put up seem to fall down, as we expand. Now, from my understanding, which could change in the future, but my understanding is that it is necessary for these boundaries to go down, at least temporarily, as we expand to a bigger version of ourselves, and then these things get kind of recalibrated. The boundaries, the firewalls, the master controller, the system upgrader, the things I talked about before on the Spiritual Medicine Digest. What I have noticed is that if we do especially some rapid ascensions, multiple in a row, that sometimes it can seem that, oh my gosh, my boundaries are down again. Oh my gosh, my intuitive guidance system firewalls are down again, and it's not protecting me at such and such a dimension. That's temporary. However, what we can do is increase the efficiency and the speed with which these things get restored and recalibrated and rejuvenated to a new level, a higher level of function. So evolve them, in other words. So we evolve the universal shield, we evolve the master controller, and we evolve the firewalls, we evolve these boundaries so we can have healthy boundaries. So sometimes it can be uncomfortable, especially for sensitives during that downtime, that their boundaries are down or their firewalls are down. Several of us have noticed hot flashes, not related to menopause, but hot flashes related to our firewalls going down. I think it's Spirit's way of just letting us know. Firewall, hot flashes, Anyway, that something is happening. And of course, if that happens, you can check your firewalls using Divine Muscle Testing and just, command that they be erected back. So restore my firewalls in all dimensions and all timelines. Thank you. Now, the God team does have a standing order now for all my light warriors and my patients, clients, myself, of course, my family, to automatically restore these as quickly as possible with each ascension. Now, does that mean it happens with everybody? Not necessarily. Some people actually have to do their part in either practicing the directives or practicing grounding. So they have their personal responsibility. So Spirit's not going to do work for you if you can do it yourself and you haven't done it. Okay. So for some others, it's going to be automatic, and it's these are going to be resurrected and recalibrated very quickly. But like I said, the hot flashes can be a sign that the firewalls are going down. So the firewalls, just to review, are what we created around the spiritual guidance system and all of our different timelines, so that we're not feeling intuitive information that's irrelevant to us, that we don't have to do something about. If I have 5 other timelines and they're, I don't know, seeing entities or something like that, and it's not my job necessarily to clear or heal those entities and those timelines. I mean, I will if I know about them, but if I don't need to know that information, then I want to ignore that information, right? So that's what the firewall is for, because as we send, everything gets more and more sensitive, and we become more and more able to sense other timelines. The other thing too is that yesterday we counted within the last 24 hours about 99 Ascension upgrades. That is a lot for one day. So definitely there were a few of you that were feeling, especially the Starseeds that have been light beings primarily in other timelines, not embodied. So those light beings, whenever they ascend, they go very, very quickly. It's like, you know, and it's really more difficult in general for them to ground and integrate it into a physical form, into that 3D, more denser so-called form. So sometimes these star seeds that have been light beings only, they have not necessarily been embodied in other lifetimes, or not very many other lifetimes, will have more symptoms of, dizziness and brain fog and a little frog in my throat. Dizziness, brain fog, insomnia is a big one. Feeling kind of unstable, ungrounded. Sometimes mood swings. So it seems like everything, right? um, but what's really important is that if you are feeling this way, you want to definitely ground. You want to definitely drink your, 50 to 60 ounces of water per day, or about 2 liters if you're, in SI units, as pure water as you can get. Use your tools. So, use the Divine Muscle Testing Elixir, use the Pain Eraser if you need it, use the Mood Miracle if you need it, the Deep Healing, that's kind of ongoing. And if you don't have the Light Warrior Advanced Healing Package, but you do have my first entity package, you can still use Ascension 2 very well to help those grounding, the boundaries, the firewall, those are all in there. The master control, it seems, in the system upgrader, as they expand to a bigger level, there again is a lag time between them being fully connected to all your systems. So what you can do is just check and do divine muscle testing. Ask, is my master controller fully connected to all my other systems? Because the master control is the one that's going to master control all the systems and balance them out, right? So if they're not fully connected, just go ahead and do a directive. Topican Healing Directive is now commanded that my master controller and system upgrader be fully connected 100% to all my other systems in all timelines and all dimensions. Light beings that have been embodied in this timeline do seem to have extra systems to help them in that embodiment, and occasionally these extra systems, for whatever reason, sometimes it's on purpose and sometimes it's so-called accidental, are not fully working. In one particular case, this person had a time cycle system which helped with biorhythms, and that was broken, so to speak. So we commanded that to be fixed, and they're usually fairly easy. Some people just have to know about them before they can be fixed. So if you're a light being in other timelines, and the majority of your timelines are light beings, you may want to check these light being systems. So these are light being systems to help you be embodied in a human body. I don't have a shorter name for that. So you can just check how happy all these systems are. You don't need to know what they are, but just say, are there any that are not 100% healthy? And if you need to know, then you may have to do some divine muscle testing to kind of figure out what system that is. But it's really based on your knowledge base. You're not going to be asked to ask a question that is so difficult you won't really, know how to answer that. So that's a way of practicing your intuition, etc. You may need extra minerals during this time, in addition to extra water. If you can get more sleep, awesome. Some of the folks that are really struggling being embodied during this rapid ascension time, you really may have to take some time off of work, because you know what, Ascensions don't really look at your time table and go, well, it's not convenient for you right now, so I'll wait. It doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. So Spirit does what Spirit does. So sometimes we just have to go, okay, my body is not coping really well right now. It's in the middle of this recalibration process. I'm going to need to take some sick time. So if you can do that, please do. Otherwise, really spend as much time as you can in nature, of course. Although some people are sensitive to the sun, there's a lot of solar stuff going on, so maybe not during the day if that bothers you. And just ride it out. It's going to be between 3 days and 7 days, and hopefully shorter for you. Those in my Light Warrior group, I am doing some group healing for you behind the scenes, so hopefully it'll make this transition a lot easier. But it is your responsibility to take care of this physical body to get it as grounded as possible. Okay, so I'm really excited for next week's radio show. We just got word that Chai Kim Lee is going to be able to come on the radio show on Monday. She is launching with From Heartache to Joy in a very, very short time. We're really excited. She is Chai Kim is an ordained angel minister of the Seraphim lineage, and it's gonna be cool, asking her about that kind of stuff. So she does about 30 different, healing and spiritual modalities, including Atlantean DNA activation and using Atlantean energies to help with healing. And she is in connection with many folks in the angelic ascended master realm, including, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, who's one of my guides, divine star beings. So it's going to be really cool, and we're going to be doing some mini healings on the show, so you definitely get to sample, so to speak, some of Chai Kim's work. We're really excited for her to launch From Heartache to Joy. I got a really highlight score for her being launched on the Tele Summit, so I recommended her to Aaron on From Heartache to Joy. So please join us Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get the direct link in your email, usually the night before, so you know what link to go to. Other than that, many of you already know the phone number that you can call in at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you don't know what time that is in your time zone, just go to timeanddate.com and just put New York time, 3 p.m. New York time, and then you'll get what your corresponding time is. And if you can't make it live, that's okay. You'll miss out on particularly getting chosen for the mini healings, but you will still receive all the activations that are on this show on Monday, and the replay will still be very valuable to you. So if you're not on my mailing list, get on my mailing list at KarenCan.com, and you will get those links. The show link is exactly the same as the replay link. It just takes like maybe 20 or 30 minutes after the show for them to process that into a recording, and then you'll have access to that. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. So join us Monday for the show, and this weekend coming up. If you're listening to this before the weekend, the free gift link we'll put also in the YouTube video. Just note that free gift link is only available temporarily. That includes the Addictions Begun and the Clearing Protection Spray formula, that one that helps to increase the vibration of your space, decrease entities and negative energies. And let me tell you, I'm on vacation right now, and I'm using it in, the room that I'm living in, because hey, there's like Wi-Fi, there's like, I'm in an apartment, there's like cell towers, all that kind of stuff, and it's really helping my sleep while I'm away from my nature home. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll talk to you next week. Lots of love. Bye.